Hey everyone, it's Alexa at Encircle Acupuncture, and welcome to Acupressure Wednesday. Thank you for joining us. If you're joining us live, today is the day before Thanksgiving. So today we're going to talk about acupressure for digestion. And if you're not joining us live, it's never a bad time to work on your digestion. So today I'm really going to talk about some points that are going to help you, especially when you tend to eat things that you don't always eat, like on Thanksgiving, or if you tend to overeat. These points are going to help your digestive function and help you not experience so many of those symptoms that we tend to experience when we overeat, like bloating and distension and gas and fatigue and all of that. So today we're going to do some acupressure for our digestive systems and have happy digestive systems for Thanksgiving. All right, so before we get into the acupressure, I'm just going to do a few exercises to get us ready for our acupressure session. So start with just a comfortable seated position, and you want to just breathe comfortably for a few breaths. You can close your eyes if you like. You don't have to. I'm going to close my eyes for just a few breaths. And like I said, breathe comfortably. You don't have to force yourself to breathe deeply. Just take some comfortable breaths. And while you're doing that, you just want to check in with your body and just see how you're feeling. Is your body sending you any signals? Are you feeling anything physically? Are you feeling muscle tension anywhere? Are you feeling fatigued? Maybe you didn't sleep well last night. Do you have pain anywhere? Are you hungry? Just check in and see how your body's feeling, and then we'll check in again at the end of our acupressure session. Just a couple more breaths, nice and relaxed. I'm feeling good today. I just have some pain in my elbow that I have had for a couple of weeks. I really gotta get some more acupuncture for that. But otherwise, I'm feeling okay. I hope you're feeling good too. Let's get started. We're going to do a gathering exercise now, and this is going to gather some chi from our surroundings, and we're going to bring it into our bodies, and that's going to help us with our acupressure session. So this gathering exercise you can do either seated or standing. I'm going to do it standing. You can be seated if you like. And if you're standing, you want to have your feet planted on the floor about hip width apart. If you're sitting, same thing, feet on the floor, hip width apart. If you're standing, have a little bend in your knees. We don't want any locked knees. And you're just going to slowly raise your arms overhead with your palms up as you inhale, and then as you exhale, you're going to lower your arms, palms down, and bring them to rest on your lower abdomen. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale. And exhale as you lower your palms to your abdomen. You want to think about gathering in chi from all around you and bringing it into your body. And we're going to use that chi that we're gathering during this acupressure session. There's plenty of chi in our environment, so don't worry about taking too much. Just gather in all that you need. Whatever you need is fine. All right, and just bring your hands to rest on your lower abdomen. And then finally, we are just going to vigorously rub our hands together for a few seconds. And all that chi that we just gathered, we now want to think about directing it to our hands and our fingertips, because we're going to use our hands during our acupressure session. So rub them together, get your hands nice and warm. They might feel a little tingly, that's good. All right. Oh, my hands feel very tingly today after doing that. And your hands might change colors, the skin might change colors, that's totally normal. Got nice red fingertips. Okay, so like I said, it's the day before Thanksgiving if you're watching live. And so today we're going to do some acupressure for our digestive systems because on Thanksgiving we tend to eat a lot. And it's the holiday that's all about food, but sometimes our bellies suffer because of that. So we're going to do some acupressure today just to help our digestive system prepare for the day ahead and to just keep our chi flowing through our digestive system so we don't experience the kind of stagnation that often happens when we overeat or when we eat a lot of rich and heavy foods, as we tend to do on holidays. In traditional Chinese medicine, the digestive system is very important, and we call that the root of our post-heaven essence. And so really everything that we take in through our diet and through our food powers everything that we do during the day. It powers all of our body's processes. And it's really important to have a healthy digestive system so that we can get the most out of the food that we're eating. Because if we don't do that, we don't have post-heaven chi, then we have to dip into what we call our pre-heaven essence, which is our reserves. And we don't want to do that because we can't replenish our reserves. We can't replenish our pre-heaven essence, but we can replenish our post-heaven. We do that every day when we eat. So the healthier our diet is, then the stronger our digestive system is going to be, and then the whole body is going to be stronger and healthier as a result of that. But nobody's perfect, and so sometimes on days like Thanksgiving we eat a lot, and so these points are just going to help boost our digestive system. So I'm going to start with a few points that are on the abdomen, and there's a group of points that we call the 4 doors, and it's 4 points that are located surrounding our belly button. Now, the thing about the abdomen is there are literally dozens of acupuncture points on the abdomen. So if you don't exactly hit a point that I'm talking about today, you're probably going to be close to it or close to another point. That's fine. You really can't go wrong. And you want to trust your intuition and listen to the signals that your body is sending you. And if you feel when you're pressing on a point or when you're rubbing a point in circles, if you feel a dull achy sensation, that's a good sign. That means that you're in the right spot. If you feel some kind of response like a shooting tingly sensation, or if you feel a sensation somewhere else in your body, that's also good. That means that your body is responding to your therapeutics. So that's a good thing. And if you don't feel anything, that's okay too. You could also just try feeling around a certain area until you hit a spot that feels like you're getting a response there. Okay, so the 4 doors on the abdomen are 2 points on the Ren channel. The Ren channel runs up the front midline of the body, and then 2 points on the stomach channel, which is just a little bit lateral to that. So we'll start with one of the points on the Ren channel. We're going to do Ren 12, and these points are all located in relation to the belly button. So you're going to find your belly button, and then you're going to feel sort of the bottom border of your rib cage where it comes together up here. It's called the sternocostal angle. That's where your rib cage joins together. And Ren 12 is going to be halfway between your belly button and your sternocostal angle. So you can just kind of feel on your own abdomen, feel your own rib cage. Belly button's easy enough to find. And then just measure about halfway. And again, if you're not really sure, then press in a few different areas and find a spot that's tender. Right there is my tender spot. So that's Ren 12 on me, right here. Now here's my belly button. Here's the sternocostal angle. Ren 12 for me is right in the middle. So I'm going to press that and rub it in some circles. Sometimes when you hit the right spot, it almost feels like you're pressing on a bruise. That's normal. It's good to take some deep breaths. So Ren 12 is a really important point. It is what we call a front mu point. And every organ has a front mu point, and the front mu point is where the chi of that organ will gather and collect. And so we can strongly affect that organ by stimulating the front mu point. So Ren 12 is the front mu point of the stomach. So if we want to have an impact on the stomach, Ren 12 is a great place to start. It's going to regulate the function of the stomach. And the function of the stomach in traditional Chinese medicine, we call it rotting and ripening. So it basically just takes in our food and gets it ready for the rest of the digestive process by breaking it down. So that's Ren 12, the front mu of the stomach. This is really the principal point on the abdomen for for regulating the digestive system. So for any symptom related to digestion, you can use Ren 12, whether it's fullness or nausea or constipation or indigestion. You can use Ren 12 pretty much for all of it. So that's the first of the 4 doors. Then we're going to locate the other Ren point, which is just below the belly button. That's going to be Ren 6. So to find Ren 6, you pretty much just measure with 2 fingers below your belly button. So here's my belly button. I'm measuring 2 fingers below. Right there pretty much is Ren 6. Most people have a little bit of a curvature in their lower abdomen. So some people, their abdomen has a big bulge below the belly button. Even somebody with flat washboard abs is still going to have a little bit of a rise here in the lower abdomen below the belly button. That's pretty much where Ren 6 is located. And again, if you're not sure if you're on the right point, just feel around there and find a point that's tender. That's going to be Ren 6. So Ren 6, the Chinese name for it is Qi Hai, which means sea of Qi. So this is a strong point on the body to tonify what we call the original Qi. So this is the Qi that we're born with, and this point, Ren 6, helps to tonify and to strengthen that Qi and to fortify that Qi. This point also moves Qi in the lower abdomen. So Ren 12 moves Qi really throughout the abdomen, but more in the upper abdomen, and Ren 6 moves Qi in the lower abdomen. So with these 2 points together, we're sort of covering both the upper and the lower abdomen, and therefore the upper and the lower parts of the GI tract as well. So if you're feeling sort of stagnant in your intestines after a heavy meal, spend a little more time on Ren 6. That's a great one. And then the other 2 points of the 4 doors are located just lateral to the belly button along the stomach channel. So the stomach channel runs lateral to the midline, and it's on the same level as the belly button. So here's my belly button. They're on the same level here, and you're going to measure again about 2 fingers width from your belly button out. So right about here. And this is stomach 25. Stomach 25 is another way to locate it. It's in the height of the rectus abdominal muscle. So you have these muscles on either side of the midline on your abdomen. These are your 6-pack muscles. And right in the height of that muscle is stomach 25. Stomach 25 is also a front mu point. So Ren 12 is the front mu point of the stomach. Stomach 25 is the front mu point of the large intestine. And again, if you're not sure if you're on the point, feel around. Make sure you're on the level of your belly button, and then just kind of feel outward until it feels like you have hit the right spot. You can just apply pressure, you can rub in circles, whatever feels comfortable for you. So yeah, stomach 25 is the front mu point of the large intestine. And again, a front mu point is where the qi of an organ will gather and collect, and so we can have a strong effect on that organ by stimulating the front mu point. So stomach 25 is good for any issues affecting the intestines. So if you have constipation or diarrhea, either way, stomach 25 is going to help that. The great thing about acupuncture and acupressure is that these modalities help your body self-regulate. So if you're not experiencing a symptom, then it's not going to give you a new problem. So that's why a point like stomach 25 can treat seemingly opposite conditions like either constipation or diarrhea, because it's going to help your body self-regulate and do the job that it needs to do. So those, again, are the 4 doors. We've got Ren 12 here, Ren 6 on the lower abdomen, and then stomach 25, just lateral to the belly button. So again, you can apply pressure, you can rub in circles, you can even just rub in circles, in large circles with your hand along your abdomen. I mean, that's why it feels good to rub your belly after you've eaten, because it's moving chi through the abdomen. And when we overeat or when we eat a lot of rich foods, then our food and our chi will stagnate in the abdomen. So stimulating these points moves that chi. We really want to move, especially when we have eaten too much on a holiday like Thanksgiving. Okay, so those are the 4 doors. Now I'm going to show you some points on the lower part of the stomach channel. So first is stomach 36. And stomach 36 is located on the lower leg. So I really didn't wear the right pants today, so I'll just show you, because you can do these points through clothing. You don't have to do them on bare skin. So I'll show you how to locate stomach 36 on a leg with through your clothing. So stomach 36 is located on the lateral part of the leg. So you're going to find your tibia, which is the big bone here at the front of the leg, and then you're going to go lateral to that, so just to the outside. And you're going to do this on both legs because these points are bilateral. And stomach 36, you can locate it in a couple of different ways. One way is to find the depression below the knee. So you've got your kneecap here, and then there are 2 depressions below that. We call that the calf's nose. And on the outside one, on the lateral one, measure with about 4 fingers from there, 4 fingers down from there, and that's going to be stomach 36. That's one way to find it. You can also just run your finger along the lateral part of the tibia, or the outside part, and as the tibia starts to flare up, your tibia flares up at the top. As it starts to flare up at the top, stomach 36 is going to be kind of nestled in that corner where the tibia starts to flare up. So just feel around. It's often tender, especially if you're having digestive problems, or if you've overeaten, or any kind of abdominal problems. Stomach 36 is going to be tender. You can press, you can rub in circles. You can also just sort of press and move your hands or fingers down along the channel. That feels good too. So try out some different methods and see what feels good for you. I'm going to switch to the other side too, since I've spent a little time on this leg. I'm going to switch over to the other side. So stomach 36 is one of the most important acupuncture points. It is really the strongest tonification point of the body, on the body. So it strongly strengthens your entire system, but especially the digestive system. It really is important for strengthening the digestion and regulating the spleen in the stomach. And the spleen and the stomach are the root of our digestion, and that is really the foundation of our strength. And so we want to make sure we have strong digestive systems. One classic Chinese medical textbook says that all diseases can be treated with stomach 36. So it's really hard to overstate how important this point is. So spend some time on stomach 36. It's pretty sore on me today. I've been doing some baking, so I've been eating more sugar than I usually do. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a couple of points a little farther down on the stomach channel, on the foot. And these are points that you can kind of choose based on your symptoms. So the stomach channel goes all the way down to the foot, and I'm going to show you 2. Okay, sorry about that. I'm going to show you 2 points on the stomach channel. So the stomach channel goes to the foot. Let's see if I can get you a better view of my foot here. So one point that we're going to look at is stomach 43. The stomach channel runs between the second and the third toes. Stomach 43 is located just distal to the junction of the second and third metatarsal bones. So an easy way to find stomach 43 is just to find the spot between your second and third toes, run your finger back a little bit, and there's going to be a little depression there and probably a little bit of a sore spot there. That's very sore on me, by the way. So stomach 43 is very good to use when you have a lot of abdominal bloating. So if you've eaten too much and you are feeling just really full and like you have to unbutton your pants because you're so full and bloated, stomach 43 is a great point to do. I'm going to show you that on the other foot so that you can see. Stomach 43 is what we call a shoestring point, and shoestring points regulate the function of some of the organs. So this is going to regulate the function of the stomach. So again, you're going to find your second and third toes, just trace your finger back a little bit to this depression, and oh my gosh, it's so tender on me. Wow. So this stomach 43 is also a point that belongs to the wood element. And the wood element in Chinese medicine is strongly moving. And what happens when we overeat is that our food and our qi get stuck in our abdomen. So we need some of that wood energy to really get things moving. And stomach 43 is a great point for that. So that's stomach 43. And then I'm going to show you stomach 44, which is the next point. So stomach 44 is located right here between the second and third toes, just up where they come together right here. That's stomach 44. I like to get in there with my fingernail and like really press. So stomach 44 is similar to stomach 43, but the function is a little different. It is what we call a yin spring point, and yin spring points clear heat, and this point also belongs to the water element, and water balances heat. So stomach 44, I'm going to show you on my other foot. Stomach 44 is especially good for things like heartburn when you have, or if you have some burning pain, because it clears heat and it belongs to the water element, so that's going to balance out the heat. So there's stomach 44. Not as tender on me as stomach 43. Stomach 43 is super tender on me, so I'm going to spend some more time massaging that one. And I might even stick some needles in there later on today. So again, just for a quick review, you've got the four gates, which are, four doors, which are points located around your abdomen. You've got run 12, which is midway between your belly button and the sternocostal angle, so right in here. Then you've got run 6, just a little bit below your belly button. And then stomach 25, which is just a little bit lateral to your belly button. All of these points are going to move qi through your abdomen and regulate the function of your digestive organs so that they're functioning optimally and doing the job that they need to do. Then we've got stomach 36 here on the outside of the tibia, right where the tibia flares up, and about the width of your forefingers below this depression below your knee on the outside. Do that on both sides. Stomach 36, again, very strengthening, great for the digestive system, and really just strengthens qi throughout the whole body. And then on your foot, if you've got a lot of bloating and indigestion, you want to do stomach 43 right here. Or if you've got a lot of heartburn, you want to do stomach 44. You can also do both of them. It might not be necessary. So feel for what's tender on you, and whatever's tender, you want to spend a little more time working on that point. So I hope this helps you get ready for Thanksgiving. We also have great Chinese herbs for digestion too, and just kind of an everyday formula that we sell at our clinic and a lot of acupuncturists sell is called They're called curing pills. Sometimes you'll also see it as cooling pills. And they come in a little packet like this. And the pills are really tiny, and you just take a packet. And they're great for any kind of digestive symptoms. They're good to take after you've overeaten, or if you're just having some indigestion, you don't feel well. They're great sort of all-purpose Chinese herbs for the digestion. So next time you're at the clinic, pick some of these up if you're going to be eating a lot of heavy, rich foods at the holidays. All right, so we're going to end by just checking in with our bodies again and see how we're feeling. So just take a comfortable seat, feet on the floor, and just take some breaths. You can close your eyes if you like, you don't have to. I'm going to close my eyes for a couple of breaths and just check in and see how your body's feeling. Maybe some areas of tension have released. Maybe you can still feel some energy at some of the points that we were working on. For me, at stomach 43, which was really sore on me when I was pressing on it, I can still feel some pressure there. So I'm going to spend some more time working on those points. All right, well, thank you so much for joining Acupressure Wednesday. I hope this helps you have a better and a more comfortable Thanksgiving, or anytime your digestive system needs a little help. We'll be back again next week. If you have any comments or questions, please let us know, or ideas for future topics. We would love to cover them. So stay safe out there. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and we will see you again soon. Thanks. Bye.